Hey, how's it going? It's Lee Hayward here, and I'm with my trusty hound Sasha. One thing that I wanted to cover in this video is I get a lot of email from people, asking about building up the forearms and things like that. And if you've been following along with my website for any length of time, I'm a huge fan of Heavy Grips hand grippers. I've been really using these a lot in my own training for the past several years. In fact, I started hand gripper training back in 2004, and I've just been hooked on it ever since. It's a vital tool to include in your workouts to really build up your grip strength and your forearm development. And so, like I said, I cover that, and I got a lot of information about those on my website. But one thing that you don't get with hand grippers is you don't get to work your forearm extensors, the muscles that open up your hands. Because most of the stuff that you do with your forearms and your everyday tasks and things like that, and even your weight training in general, gripping the bars and gripping the dumbbells and things like that, is all closing the hands. And this can lead to a muscle imbalance in the external forearms, your finger extensors and the muscles that open your fingers. And what happens often is when there's an imbalance is you get, possibly like an injury or something like that, or some form of tendonitis. Like golfer's elbow or tennis elbow, they're very common forms of elbow tendonitis. And a lot of times the root cause is a muscle imbalance. So what I'm going to show you is a way that you can actually train your finger extensors to help balance out the gripping of your hand. So your gripping and your opening. And what I've got here is a empty protein container tub. Well, it's not empty, because what I've done is I've filled it up about 3/4 of the way with sand. So it's just sand, and this must weigh, I didn't actually weigh it, but I'm guessing this is probably about 20 pounds, because it's a 5-pound container, but sand is a lot heavier than protein powder. And what I do, and the way to train this, is just take your hands, put it into the tub, and open your fingers against the resistance of the protein tub, like that. And you would hold this for time. So it's a static contraction here, but this really works the muscles of the forearm extensors and that, and you'd alternate, do both sides. And I would literally just hold this for time. So you can get a stopwatch or whatever, and say like shoot to hold it for 30 seconds each side, and then do several sets of that. Usually what I'll do is try and work up to holding it for a minute each side. And for me, my right arm tends to be stronger than my left, so I probably will end up holding it a little longer with the right, but then all I'll do is do extra sets with the left to make up for it. So I'm still holding it for equal time with both arms. But like I said, that's a cool tip that you can do to help build up the muscles that open up your fingers, and it can help ease up anything like tennis elbow. It can even help with carpal tunnel syndrome and things like that. A lot of people have that when they're doing the work on the computer or any form of repetitive gripping. It's usually caused by overworking the gripping muscles and not enough working the opening muscles. So again, things like this can really help to balance out your forearms. So like I say, next time you have a 5-pounder of protein, save the container, fill it up with sand, and then use that as part of your workouts. You could even do it at the end of your workouts when you get home from the gym. Just do a couple sets of that for time. And trust me, over the course of several weeks, you'll notice a big difference in not only your forearm development, but in your grip strength as well. So give that one a try.
And if you'd like to get your very own set of Heavy Grips hand grippers, you can pick them up right on my website at leehayward.com/heavygrips.htm. And in fact, there should be a clickable link right around this video, either to the side of it or below it, and that'll take you right directly to the hand gripper website. And as an extra bonus, I'm also going to throw in a free copy of the Hand Gripper Training Manual. And this is a complete workout program that you can follow to help maximize your hand grippers. In fact, I use this program myself, and within 3 months, I worked up to closing the Heavy Grips 350 hand gripper. And during that time, I also added a solid inch of muscle mass to my forearms. So again, this is a killer program that'll help you increase your grip strength as well as pack on some size to your forearms. So you can go check it out right on my website, leehayward.com/heavygrips.htm.